So I finally pressed play on Lord of the Mysteries, and people weren't kidding when they said this anime fries your brain. Everyone kept on warning me, you're not gonna understand it, it's too complicated. You'll need a doctorate in lore studies just to get through episode 1. And I was like, relax, I survived Evangelion. I can handle this. And then 5 minutes later, I'm staring at my screen like, bro, what did I just watch? So I'm going to try and explain this absolute chaos of a show, the kind some galaxy brains swear is totally simple, in 10 minutes. This is Honest 10. 10 facts, 0 fluff. Let's get into it. The opening is pure chaos. Gunshots, rituals, creepy books, fog dimensions, and I'm sitting there thinking this is either the best show I have ever seen or I just got isekai'd into someone else's acid trip. But holy hell, it looks gorgeous. The animation, peak. The atmosphere, straight fire. Whoever's behind this series is in the studio cooking with god-tier spices. Alright, so here's the setup. At least as far as my squishy mortal brain can keep up with. We start with Joe Mingdrui, your everyday modern programmer, who decides it's a good idea to run a ritual that is way beyond his pay grade. Next thing you know, lights out, and when he wakes up, he's not Joe anymore. He's inside the body of a guy named Klein Moretti. Problem is, Klein just killed himself. Yeah, that's the kind of entry-level trauma package that we're dealing with here. So why did Klein punch his own ticket? Turns out that he got tangled up with something you definitely do not want in your Amazon delivery box, the Antigonus family notebook. This cursed artifact doesn't just mess with people, it manipulates fate itself. Klein's buddies, Welch and Naya, the notebook drove them to suicide too. And now Klein, well, Joe in Klein, has inherited this whole nightmare. Congrats, you're the proud new owner of existential doom. And when they finally dropped the word transmigration, I nearly lost it. Surprise, this is a stealth isekai. A regular dude from Earth suddenly logged into a dead guy's account with all his baggage, a little sister, and a cursed notebook from hell. First major lesson, in this world, power isn't free. It comes at a cost. Sometimes the cost is your sanity, sometimes it's your life. Here's where things jump from, okay, this is wild, to what dimension am I even in? Klein tries to redo the ritual, hoping to get home, but instead stumbles into the Gray Fog, a dimension that's basically Minecraft creative mode with cosmic horror vibes. In this foggy sandbox, he realizes that he can bend reality and accidentally drags 2 strangers into his server. Instead of panicking, he goes full improv god, calls himself the Fool, and pretends that it was all intentional. And somehow, it works. That's how the secret tarot club is born. Klein hides his identity while guiding the other Beyonders like Audrey, Justice, and Alger, the Hanged Man. Someone asks a tough question, he just pointed at the other guy like, yep, your problem now. Respect. This man is running scams at Sequence 9. Alright, so let's talk power systems, because this one is straight up cracked. Everything runs on 22 pathways, each tied to a god. 1 powers? You don't grind XP, you chug a potion. Yeah, shot glass of destiny, bottoms up. Congrats, now you're a Beyonder. But here's the catch, mess up the digestion and congrats, you're now a full-blown monster. To keep your sanity, you gotta roleplay your potion's essence like it's method acting. A seer has to live like a fortune teller. A clown? Constantly juggling sanity and madness. It's genius because every step forward makes the characters stronger and pushes them closer to losing themselves. Power isn't just dangerous, it's a gamble with your soul. So Klein ends up joining the Nighthawks in Tingen, basically the Evernight Church's Beyonder task force. Sounds cool, right? Except this squad is a walking tragedy. His captain, Don Smith, is calm, collected, and the kind of mentor that you would follow into hell. But under that steady vibe, the guy is drowning in scars you can't see. Then there's Old Neil, Klein's quirky teacher who shows him divination with coins and pendulums. At first, he's comic relief. By the end, though, he's spiraling and dies clinging to memories of his fiancée. Brutal. Kenley, another teammate, taken out in a fight with Sharon, a Sequence 6 demoness. And even Dunn starts losing his grip, blurring dream and reality as his own sequence eats away at him. Every mission hammers the same point home. Being a Beyonder isn't a gift, it's a curse with an expiration date. And outside Tingen, yeah, it doesn't get safer, it gets worse. The world is crawling with cults, each creepier than the last. The Aurora Order worships the true creator, that upside-down god cameo from episode 4.
怎么样？有结果了吗？赛琳娜，你怎么了？
The Demoness sect, they rot everything they touch. And the Secret Order, they're the kind of villains who prefer pulling strings in the dark. Klein's run-ins with corrupted Beyonders, Vincent, Triss turned Trissy, and even Sharon drive the point home. Corruption isn't rare here, it's the default setting. Every pathway is a gamble, and no one is safe from losing themselves. But it's not all doom. Klein finds a lifeline in Professor Isaac Eggers, a straight-up mystery man from the Corpse Collector pathway. Isaac just casually reincarnates, picking up souvenirs from his past lives like it's no big deal. Every time he shows up, he drops hints that Klein's place in this world is way bigger than he realizes, and that the gray fog is only the tutorial level of something much deeper. Eventually, Klein ranks up to Sequence 8, Clown. Sounds goofy, right? Well, don't be fooled. Clown is savage. It forces him to walk a razor's edge between sanity and madness. Slip too far either way, and he's done. It's the same rule this world keeps drilling in.
戴笠女士，我粗暴。大卫，你真的不用灵性密封房间？
确实是戴笠女士。
Play your role, or the role plays you. Meanwhile, the Aurora Order's schemes explode into the open. Lanavis, a con artist on the Marauder pathway, teams up with the cult. And yeah, it's as horrifying as it sounds. Mutated monsters appear, and suddenly the entire city of Tingen is on the brink of collapse. The Nighthawks face their biggest battle yet, and it ends in one of the most heartbreaking scenes of the season. Dunsmith makes the ultimate sacrifice, unleashing Saint Selena's ashes. Blue flowers bloom, spirits of the fallen rally around him. It's beautiful, it's tragic, and it saves Tingen. But Dunn pays with his life, leaving Klein wrecked and the Nighthawks broken. And just when you think the nightmare's over, the real mastermind steps out. Ince Zangwill. He doesn't just win, he slaughters Klein and rips out his heart in one of the season's most shocking moments. Brutal. But death isn't the end. In one last twist, Klein is reborn. He leaves his family behind, takes on a new mask, and walks back into the world as Sherlock Moriarty. Season 1 closes with heartbreak and rebirth. The Nighthawks are gone, Klein has changed forever, and the shadow of the true creator looms larger than ever. And that's why Lord of the Mysteries hits so hard. It's not confusing for the sake of it, it's just layered. Every potion, every pathway, every cult, every tarot card is a breadcrumb in a massive puzzle. Even when you don't fully understand it, the anime keeps you hooked with insane visuals, god-tier music, and some of the best world building we've seen in years. Would I recommend it? Absolutely, but with caution. If you just want flashy fights, you'll love it. If you want to understand everything, get ready to pause, rewind, or maybe even take notes. This isn't an anime you half-watch while trying to microwave leftover pizza at 2 a.m. It demands your attention, and it rewards you for it. And that's 10. Confusing? Sure, but unforgettable? Definitely. This series is already climbing toward God tier, and we're only scratching the surface of the mystery. So, would you dive headfirst into Season 2 of Lord of the Mysteries if it dropped tomorrow? Smash that like if yes, and drop your wildest pathway predictions in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns. Until next time, keep your tarot cards close because you never know when the fool might call you to the table. Peace!